Hey, good morning, students. Today I am going to start maxima, minima. Maxima, minima. Maxima and minima. Minima. Maxima, minima means maximum value of the function, and minima means minimum value of the function, which is related to exercise 6.5 of your board textbook. This is one important chapter. Exercise 6.4 comes under approximations. I thought that this maximum minima comes under exercise 6.5. This is very important topic. So, coming to maximum minima of the function. How to find the maximum value or minimum value of the function here. This maximum minima, maximum or minima, is considered in two types. Usually, this maximum of the function or minimum of the function is considered in two types. One is local maxima or local minimum, or relative. This is also called relative maximum or relative minimum. The other one is global maxima, global minima, absolute maximum, absolute minimum, that comes under global, and relative maximum, relative minimum comes under local maximum or local minimum. This is the maximum minimum value of the function is considered in two ways. Whenever our study of maximum minimum of the function at a particular point of its domain, it comes under local maximum. That means when our study is restricted to, the study of maximum minimum of the function is restricted to a particular point and around that point, just neighborhood of the point, then it comes under local maximum or local minimum. Otherwise, you may call it as relative maximum, relative minimum. But whereas our study is restricted to an interval, the given interval, so the maximum value of the function in this interval, otherwise the minimum value of the function in this interval. Once our study is taken in an interval or in the given domain of the function, total domain of the function, then it comes under global maxima, global minima, or absolute maxima, absolute minima. That is the difference between local maximum, local minima, as well global maxima or global minima. So, this is more important. For example, once you consider the temperature, of certain place of Guntur, of course, in our total figure, once you consider in the temperature in the Guntur district, Rantachintala is the famous place which has highest temperature. So, you may experience 45 degrees at Rantachintala of Guntur district. That is the maximum temperature that we experienced in the Guntur district. That is local maximum temperature. Once you consider the temperature values of Guntur district, and out of Guntur district, Rantachintala is famous for its temperatures. Hence, the maximum temperature at Rantachintala, suppose it is 45 degrees, that is the local maximum. local maximum. But whenever you consider the temperature throughout our state or throughout India, that comes under the maximum or minimum values of that temperature in India comes under the study of global temperature and global maxima or global minima. So in Rajasthan desert, you may get up to 52 degrees temperature. So that is once you consider all over India, this is not the maximum temperature, but whereas this is the maximum temperature. You may get maximum temperature at Rajasthan desert. So you can observe the difference between local as well as global. In similar way, once our study of maximum minimum values of function restricted to a point or its neighborhood, then that maximum value or minimum value is called local maxima, local minima. If you consider the maximum and minimum of the function in the given interval or in the domain of the function, total domain of the function, that comes under global maxima and global minima, otherwise absolute maximum, absolute minimum. So you can observe the difference with that best example. Once you consider the temperature, the study is confined to our Guntur, this may be the maximum, but whenever you consider the whole India, that may not be the maximum. Somewhere else you may get maximum temperature in India. So once you study the total temperatures of India, the maximum is different from the maximum temperature at Guntur, at local. So you may get that difference. So maximum minima is studied in two ways. One is local and the other one is global. That should be observed. Now coming to definitions of these local and global. Now coming to local maxima, local minima. Local maxima and local minima. Local minima. Local maxima, local minima of the function. If f is differentiable, at x equal to a, that is f dash a exists. F is differentiable at x equal to a, f dash a exists, then first f is said to have local maximum at x equal to a if f is said to have local maximum at x equal to a if f of x is less than or equal to f of a for all x that belongs to a minus h, a plus h, the open interval a minus h, a plus h, where h is greater than 0, a small value, positive real, a small positive real. So f is said to have local maximum at x equal to a if all the functional values are less than that f of a. In case of local minima, f is said to have local minima at x equal to a if f of x is greater than or equal to f of a. F of a is the least out of functional values for all the x that belongs to a minus h and a plus h, the neighborhood of a, where h is a small quantity itself, positive quantity. So, these are the definitions of local maxima and local minima. I will explain these definitions through graphically. So that let us consider the curve like this. This is the point x equal to a. That means this distance is a. A plus h is the point here. A minus h is left to that of a. So, once you consider the functional values here, these vertical lengths, it is f of a plus h, this is f of a minus h, this is f of a. Clearly, the length of f of a is more than these lengths. So, here f of a is greater than f of a minus h and f of a is also greater than f of a plus h. So, as x is passing through a, either you consider the value x left to that of a or right to that of a, the functional values are less than this functional value f of a. In such case, f of a is known as maximum of the maximum value of the local maximum of the function. This is the function y equal to fx. Okay. So, this is the case of this one. Whatever may be the value that you consider in this interval, in the neighborhood of a, the functional value is certainly less than this value. Hence, at x equal to a, the function is said to have local maximum. This is the case 1. So, here f of a is local maximum of f. Local maximum of f at a, at x equal to a, the point to be specified here, where it has local maximum or local minimum. This is the case 1. No other functional value in the neighborhood, no other functional value is greater than this value. So, this is the maximum functional value. Hence, f of a is local maximum of f at x equal to a. That is the definition of local maximum. All the functional values for x belongs to a minus h and a plus, the open interval a minus h and a plus h means once you study the functional values related to the values of x in the neighborhood of a, f of a takes maximum value. In such case, that is called local maximum. This is case 1. Case 2. In case of the second one, suppose the curve is like this. This is our coordinate system. Once you consider like this. This is our a. This is our a minus h. This is our a plus h. Of course, h is very small value. You have to consider very closer to a. For the sake of figure, just I am taking such a distance between a and a plus h and a minus h. Actually, h is very, very small value. So, the neighborhood is very closer to a. Once you study the functional values in that neighborhood. Here f of a minus h is greater than f of a, and whereas f of a plus h is also greater than f of a. So, here f of a minus h is greater than f of a, and f of a plus h is also greater than f of a. F of a is less value rather than f of a minus h and f of a plus h. Either in right neighborhood or left neighborhood of a, the functional values are always more than f of a. In such case, therefore, f of a is called local minima of f at x equal to a. Local minima of f at x equal to a. So, this is local minima and this is local maxima. So, the definitions of local minima and local maxima is in such a way, if all the functional values are less than a particular value f of a, then you can say this is maximum. If all the functional values is more than particular value of a, of function at x equal to a, then this is the value which is local minima. So, that is the difference between local minima and local maxima. Now, based on the derivative, how to find the local minima and local maxima. Local minima and local maxima. To find local maxima and local minima, first derivative test, FIRST, first derivative test. First derivative test to find local minima, local maxima. F is differentiable. F is differentiable at x equal to a, where a belongs to, which belongs to domain of f, of course, or given domain, that is f dash a exists such that first one, f dash a 0, f dash a 0 and b, f dash of a minus h positive, comma, f dash of a plus h is negative, where h is infinitesimal positive quantity, positive real. An infinitesimal, a very, very small, that means infinitesimal, infinitely smaller, that means infinitely small, positive real, very, very small, positive, infinitesimal, positive real. Then f has local maximum, local maximum at x equal to a. F has local maximum at x equal to a. F dash a 0, f dash of a minus h is greater than 0, f dash of a plus h is less than 0. The derivative of the function at a is 0, and as x passes a, it changes its sign from positive to negative, from positive to negative. In such case, f has local maximum at x equal to a. Here, f of a, f maximum is f of a. This is the local maximum value of function, which is equal to local maximum value of f at a, f of a. The point is a comma f of a is the point of maximum, the local point of the maximum on the curve, of course. So that from this condition, from this first derivative test, it is observed that at a the derivative must be 0. The derivative must be 0, and left to that of a, here f dash is positive, here f dash is negative. That means f dash changes its sign from positive to negative as it crosses, as x crosses a. If the signs of the derivative, first derivative changes from positive to negative, as x passes from left to right, that means as x passes through a, then you can say that at this point the function has local maximum. At this point the function has local maximum. F dash is greater than 0. The slope of the tangent, suppose this is local maximum. At a minus h, once you consider the tangent, it is making an acute angle with positive direction of x axis. Hence, here f dash is positive. Once you consider a tangent at a plus h, the tangent drawn at this point is making obtuse angle with the positive direction of x axis. This is acute and this is obtuse angle. Hence, f dash, the slope is negative, because tan of that angle gives us f dash. So, once the angle made by the tangent is obtuse, then we get negative, derivative negative. Once the tangent is making acute angle with the positive direction of x axis, the tangent is making acute angle with the positive direction of x axis means f dash, the slope is positive. So, hence here the slope is positive, here the slope is negative, and whereas here the slope is 0, hence f dash is 0. Hence, from positive to negative, the slope changes. Once the slope of the tangent changes from positive to negative, where it crosses, where it changes, the derivative changes, at that point we get the maximum value. At that point we get local maximum value. That is the definition of local maximum based on the first derivative. So, that is if f dash changes its sign from positive to negative as x passes through a, from left to right, as x passes through a from left to right. Once it changes from negative to positive means certainly at certain point it must be 0. That point is here a. Once the value changes from positive to negative means it crosses 0 at certain point. That point of crossing is nothing but, that point of turning is nothing but maximum, local maximum point. So, f dash changes its sign from positive to negative as x passes through a from left to right. then f of a is local maximum. Local maximum. At x equal to a, it has local maximum. At that point, the first derivative is 0 also. F dash a is 0. Here, f dash a is 0. F dash a 0. That is the local maximum based on the sign of the first derivative. That in this one, that is defined. F dash of a minus h, left to that of a, the tangent is making acute angle, hence the derivative is positive. At right to that of a, the tangent is making obtuse angle, hence the derivative is negative, because tan of obtuse angle is negative. In such case, at a you can say that the function has local maximum. Local maximum. Similarly, local minimum is second one. That is the geometrical approach of this definition. Similarly, the first derivative test for local minimum. Second one, f is differentiable at x equal to a, that is common. Here is also f dash a is 0, that is first one, and f dash of a minus h is not positive, it is negative, and f dash of a plus h is positive. Then you can say that then f has local minimum at x equal to a. Here f minimum is f of a, f of a is called local minimum value. Local minimum value of f at a. Local minimum value at x equal to a. So that is, here this is a minus h, this is a plus h. In this interval, f dash a is negative. In this interval, f dash a is positive. At a, f dash is 0. So f dash changes its sign from negative to positive, negative to positive as x crosses a, as x crosses a. So here f dash changes its sign, from negative to positive, from negative to positive as x crosses through a. X passes through a or crosses through a. As x is crossing a, it f dash changes its sign from negative to positive. In such case, f dash a is 0 and f minimum is f of a is called local minimum of f at x equal to a. So by the sign of the first derivative, at a small interval around constructed around a neighborhood of a, if the derivative changes its sign from negative to positive as x passes through a, then f of a is local minimum. From positive to negative, if it changes its sign from positive to negative, f of a is called local maximum. So the local minimum and local maximum may be obtained through this definition by using the only first derivative of the function. This first derivative is valid, this first derivative test is valid to get the local minimum and local maximum whenever it is differentiable. Once it is differentiable means differentiability always implies continuity. The graph of the function is continuous at that point in the neighborhood of A. So, this is all possible whenever the graph of the function can be constructed and the derivative exists. That means the slope of the tangent measured can be measured only. This derivative test is valid. That is, first derivative test is valid. Moreover, the sign change also to be exists here. Once the sign change does not exist, that means in the interval A minus h or in the neighborhood of A, here f dash is positive, here is also f dash is positive, no change in the derivative. In such case, you cannot say the function has either maximum or minimum. In such case, at x equal to A, we can say that the function is neither maximum nor minimum. That is the point, the third point. If there is no sign change of f dash as x passes through A or x crosses through A, no sign change of f dash as x passes through A, then at x equal to A, f has neither maximum nor minimum, neither maximum nor local minimum, nor minimum. There is no change in the derivative as x is increasing in the interval around A. Then you can say that f has neither maximum nor minimum at x equal to A, particularly at x equal to A. So, this study is only confined to one particular point or its neighborhood. That means its very closer values. Hence, we call them as local minimum and local maximum. That is the worth note points. This is first derivative test. This is first derivative test to observe the maximum, local minimum of the function. Once the derivative changes its sign from positive to negative, local maximum, from negative to positive, it has local minimum. The derivative does not change its sign at A, you can say that the function has neither maximum nor minimum at x equal to A. So, once f dash A equal to 0, certainly at that point either you must have the maximum value or you must have the minimum value at that point. The curve has turning at that point. So, x equal to A is turning point where the first derivative changes its sign from negative to positive or positive to negative based on local minimum or maximum. This is called first derivative test. First derivative test. I will explain through one problem. Let f(x) equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. check local minimum or maxima, local maxima of f at x equal to 3. Check the local minimum or local maximum of f at x equal to 3. For such functions, this first derivative test is enough. Let us consider f dash x here. F dash x. Okay. This is okay, let us okay, I will take only, instead of this one, I will take a simple one. Okay, the problem is like this. Let fx equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3. Check local minimum and local maximum of f at a certain point. So here f dash x is x minus 2 into derivative of x minus 3 plus x minus 3 into derivative of x minus 2. That is x minus 2 plus x minus 3, which is 2x minus 5. Now, f dash x equal to, make the first derivative 0. F dash x equal to 0 implies x equal to 5 by 2. Therefore, f dash of 5 by 2 is 0. Once the derivative is 0, at x equal to 5 by 2, either it has local minima or local maxima. Once the derivative is 0, then it has a turning point. In such case, the function has either minimum or maximum. Therefore, let us consider 5 by 2, that means 2.5 here. Now, I will observe the derivative left to that of this value. Here clearly derivative is 0 for left value. F dash of 2, because 2 is less than this value. Let us consider the derivative at 2. F dash of 2, here f dash of 2, once you observe f dash of 2, that is 2 into 2 minus 5, which is 4 minus 5, minus 1 negative. So, at x equal to 2, derivative is negative. You can take very closer, as x equal to 2.4, to that of very closer value to that of 2.5. In such case also, f dash of 2.4 is 2 into 2.4 minus 5. This is 4.8 minus 5, that is minus 0.2 negative. So, for left values of x, f dash is clearly negative. And for right values of x equal to 2.5, clearly f dash is positive, because once x more than pi by 2, 2.5, this is positive. That means at x equal to 2.5, the derivative changes from negative to positive. At x equal to 2.5, it changes its sign from negative to positive. That is observed here. So, here, based on the derivative, at 2.5 the derivative is 0. Again, f dash of 2.5 minus means left, is negative. and f dash of 2.5 plus to right to that of 1 is positive. In such case, therefore, f dash changes its sign from negative to positive as x passes through 5 by 2, the point 5 by 2, where the first derivative is also 0. Hence, therefore, at x equal to 5 by 2, f has its local minimum. At x equal to 5 by 2, f has its local minimum. The local minimum value is, so f local minimum is f of 5 by 2, the functional value at 5 by 2. The functional value at 5 by 2 is 5 by 2 minus 2 into 5 by 2 minus 3. That is 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2, which is minus 1 by 4. That is the local minimum value of the function. In such a way, you can observe whether the function has local minimum or local maximum. Once you draw the graph of the function, for x equal to 0, we get 6. It is a parabola, clearly a parabola. Taking x equal to 0, y equal to 6, fx means y equal to 6. So, the curve passes to 0, 6. At y equal to 0, x takes the value 2 or 3. It passes through 2, 0 and 3, 0 also. So, the curve is like this. Once you join this one, like this. Upward open parabola, because x square coefficient is positive. Once x square coefficient is positive, it is upward open parabola. So, the curve is like this. This is the curve given by y equal to x minus 2, x minus 3. 2.5 is this point. At this point, we have the minimum functional value. This length is that one, minus 1 by 4. This is minus 1 by 4. This length is the local minimum. You cannot find the other minimum values to this function. So, at this point, the local minimum is minus 1 by 4. At this point, the function has minimum, that is said to be local minimum, that is minus 1 by 4. Here the function has local maximum. Here the function has only local minimum, but not maximum. You can extend to any extent. The maximum value may be anything, so that you cannot find the local maximum of this function. Only here you can get local minimum. So, based on the sign of the derivative, first derivative, you can observe whether the function has local minimum or local maximum. The next one is second derivative test. Second derivative, otherwise do one thing. Second derivative. Okay, that is second derivative test for finding the minimum and maximum. Second derivative test. Once the first derivative is failed, in certain cases for all the functions you cannot observe the signs of the derivative. In such cases you cannot be able to find whether the derivative is positive or whether the derivative is negative at that particular point. For such curves, we have to go through the second derivative test. This is very important. Most of the problems can be solved with the help of second derivative test. F is differentiable, twice differentiable of course. F is twice differentiable at A, at x equal to A, that belongs to domain of the function, that belongs to domain of the function such that f dash A is 0, the first derivative at A is 0, and B is f double dash A is positive, the first derivative is 0 at A, and the second derivative of the function at A is positive, then f has said to have as f has local minimum at x equal to A. Here the first derivative is 0, that is a condition, and the second derivative at A is positive, then f has local minimum at x equal to A. Whereas f dash A is 0 and f double dash A, the second derivative is negative, then f has local maximum at x equal to A. Particularly at x equal to A, the function has local minimum whenever the first derivative is 0 and the second derivative is positive. It has local maximum whenever the first derivative is 0 and second derivative is negative. In both the cases this is common, this condition is common. The first derivative becomes 0. In such case the curve has turning point. So at A the curve must have turning, either the curve either it has local maximum or local minima. In both the cases the first derivative must be 0. Based on the second derivative sign, just we can conclude that f has local minima and local maxima. F has local maxima whenever the second derivative is negative, f has local minima whenever the second derivative is positive. Suppose f dash A, f double dash A, the second derivative is also 0, you can conclude that f is neither increasing nor decreasing at x equal to A. Of course, the same analogy you can extend for higher derivatives, that is called higher derivative test. In certain cases, we may go through the higher derivative. Higher derivative test means the same analogy we can extend to higher derivatives. For example, f dash A 0, f double dash A is also 0, f double dash A is also 0, whereas the fourth derivative of A is positive, then you can say that you can based on these two you can say that f has local minimum at A. That is higher derivatives, by observing higher derivatives. Similarly, f dash A is 0, f double dash A is also in certain cases 0, f double dash is 0, but whereas f fourth of A is negative, then you can say that f has maxima at A. Here f has minima at A. So the same concept that you can extend two further derivatives. First derivative 0, second derivative, based on the sign of second derivative you can conclude. In certain cases you cannot come to the conclusion. F dash A 0, F double dash 0, F triple dash 0 and F fourth dash is positive, then you can say that F has minimum at A. Similarly, F fourth derivative of F less than 0 once the previous derivatives are zeros. In such case F has maximum at A. So, like that you can extend to any extent. Anyway, observe this one. Even derivative, nth derivative test. Nth derivative test, the same analogy that I can extend to higher derivatives. Nth derivative of F at A is 0 and n plus 1th derivative is positive to F minimum. Nth derivative of n plus 1th derivative of A is negative, F maximum at A, provided n is odd. N is odd because odd, here is odd derivative, the even derivative, here is also even derivative. Based on the sign of even derivative, you can observe this minimum maximum of the function. This is higher derivative test. Just I am extending the same concept to higher derivatives, nth derivatives. Once the nth derivative where n is odd is 0 and previous derivatives are zeros, and n plus 1th derivative is positive, F has minimum at A, and n plus 1th derivative is negative, F has maximum at A. That is called nth derivative test. As if second derivative you can extend to higher derivatives also, this concept. Once F dash A and F double dash A, as far as F is twice differentiable, once our study is only confined to two derivatives, F dash A 0, F double dash E is also 0, then F has neither maximum nor minimum. F has neither maximum nor minimum at F double dash A is 0. So, you cannot conclude once the second derivative is 0. By second derivative test, you cannot conclude whether the function is local minimum or local maximum. So, this is called local minimum condition and local maximum condition, and local minimum value is F of A, local maximum value is also F of A. Whenever this condition follows, F of A is local maximum. Whenever this condition follows, F of A is local minimum. That is the conclusion here. So, F is twice differentiable at x equal to A, where A lies in the domain of the function or interval, given interval, such that F dash A is 0 in both the cases. Once F double dash A is greater than 0, F has local minimum. Once F double dash A less than 0, F has local maximum. Once F double dash A is 0, then the function has neither minimum nor maximum. The third point. If F dash A is 0 and F double dash A is 0, but F triple dash A not equal to 0, then at x equal to A, F has neither minimum nor maximum. Neither minimum nor maximum. You can conclude like that. Neither minimum nor maximum. So, first derivative 0, second derivative 0 at that point, but third derivative is not equal to 0. In such case, you can say that at x equal to A, F has neither minimum nor maximum. So, this is the definition of second derivative test, which is very useful in dealing the problems. Most 90% of the problems related to this maximum minima is obtained by this, it can be solved by this second derivative test only. higher derivative test. Higher derivative test. If f has higher derivatives, that means it is differentiable, nth order differentiable is exists. Higher derivatives, f has higher derivatives at x equal to a, belongs to domain of function than the first one, such that f dash a is 0, f double dash a is 0. All the derivatives like that up to nth derivative at a 0, and n plus 1th derivative of a is positive, then f has local minima local minima at x equal to a. The n plus 1th derivative of f at a is less than 0, then f has local maxima at a, maxima at x equal to a, where n is odd positive integer. N must be odd positive integer. First derivative, second derivative, third derivative, like that nth derivative is 0, where n is odd. Odd means it may be third derivative, or it may be fifth derivative, or it may be seventh derivative, like that. The next derivative even. Once n is odd, n plus 1 is even. So n plus 1th derivative of f at a is positive, then you can conclude that f has local minima at x equal to a, and n plus 1th derivative is negative at x equal to a, the derivative is negative, then f has local maximum at x equal to a. So this is called nth derivative test, or higher derivative test for finding of local minima and local maxima, nature of the function. So based on that derivatives, all the previous derivatives up to nth derivative must be 0 at x equal to a, where n is odd. The immediate derivative, n plus 1th derivative, is greater than 0, then local minima at a. If n plus 1th derivative is negative, then local minimum, the maximum at x equal to a. So this is the higher derivative test. Once the second derivative test failed, go through the third derivative. Once it is 0 at that point, go for fourth derivative. Based on the value of the fourth derivative at a, you can conclude that the function is either minimum or maximum. Only based on even order derivative only, you can come to one conclusion whether the function has minimum or maximum, provided that the previous derivatives must be 0 at x equal to a. That is more important here. For example, I will give simple example, x minus 2 whole power 4, x minus 2 whole power 4 at x equal to 2. I will take at x equal to 2. F dash of 2, f dash x is 4 into x minus 2 whole cube. Derivative of x minus 2 is 1. F double dash of x, 12 into x minus 2 whole square. F triple dash of x, 24 into x minus 2. F fourth derivative of x, that is 24. At x equal to 2, f dash of 2 0, f double dash of 2 also 0, f triple dash of 2 also 0. F fourth derivative at 2 is 24, which is positive. all the derivatives, previous derivatives is zeros, and the fourth derivative, even order derivative is positive. Hence, by higher derivative test, it has at x equal to 2 local minima. The local minimum value is f minimum value is 0, taking x equal to 2 0, because it is even power and taking x equal to 2, 0 is the least value. For other than 2, it has more than 0 value. Hence, 0 is the minimum value. So, in such case, the previous derivatives is 0, and even order derivative, the fourth derivative is clearly positive. The fourth derivative, n takes the value 3 here, and takes the value 3 up to third derivative zeros, and fourth derivative is positive. Hence, local minimum at x equal to 2. So, in such a way, you can conclude the maximum minimum of the functions. %99 problems can be evaluated with the help of second derivative. You can solve 99% of the problems with the help of second derivative. I will come with certain important problems related to this maximum minima in the next class.